get the show started and then I'll...
Okay. And Cliff will come in at some point.
Yeah. Should we take the camera lens off?
Are we ready to?
They could hear us. I see so many people. I see Seth in the chat room.
Yeah, and Aravandi and Hannah.
Alright.
All those wonderful people.
Camera off. And Hollywood
hello.
magic.
Hello.
It's total Hollywood magic.
What?
Cliff,
Hi.
you're looking well today.
Hi. Yes, I am Cliff Broadway, also known as Quick Beam. Got into a little bit of an accident over the weekend and transformed into Josh, aka Saruman. It was a really weird time.
I thought maybe it was like the medication that the hospital gave you. Like when my grandma used to fall, they gave her medication that just made her face blow up.
Yeah, I know that happens sometimes. I mean, it definitely happened here.
Yeah. Welcome to the show, everybody. It's Torn
Welcome.
Tuesday, weekly dose of all things Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. This is Justin, and this is actually Josh. He's the host of
Josh,
Torn Book Club,
which is still on indefinite hiatus. Sorry to say.
Well, because there's no more books.
There's plenty of books. It's just the logistics of running the show.
It's a lot,
has become a lot. Like I see the operation here, and I'm like, I don't do a tenth of what you do here, but I'm like, oh God, it's too much.
Totally. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm ignoring you. Instagram. I apologize. I shouldn't be ignoring you. So, hi, weird artist always.
Hello, weird artist always.
You guys, Aravandi is up there. Justin, did you save? Justin did shave.
Did you shave?
No, I still got it.
You're looking pretty scruffy, actually.
Yeah, I feel scruffy.
I don't know. Maybe it's the lighting.
ECL is watching on Periscope. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello, Aravandi. So many of our regulars are in the chat room.
Yeah.
I'm hearing ourselves all over the place. Can I turn down the volume? Oh, hello. Hello.
Is it that computer there?
It's that computer over there.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, man.
All right.
So, while we're waiting for Cliff, let me mute that. And let me... we're going to get the we'll get the show started, and then when Cliff gets here...
We're still waiting for Cliff. He's probably
he's
stuck
never
in
late.
Traffic, and...
he doesn't drive.
Or the rain. It is raining outside.
He doesn't even have a car.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then that explains it. Because if he's walking, it's raining out. It's not the most pleasant of experiences right now. I mean, I love it, but that's just me.
People are saying that on they're finding us on Periscope because they couldn't find us on Instagram. But we're always streaming here on Instagram, there on YouTube and Facebook, and on Periscope. There's just our eyeballs are everywhere.
There's so many different venues and so many different chats to look at and try to stay on top of. So so some of the things that we're talking about today are going to be Middle Earth Madness just went live yesterday.
So many tweets about that. So many votes already.
Nice.
It's crazy.
I'm excited about this one. I sort of took the reins for a little bit in the conversation we were having when coming up with the concept for this year's Middle Earth Madness, and I was like, why don't we do something that focuses on the characters that we don't really see too much, like the more obscure ones, like the ones who are from the wider mythology, or the characters who were created just for the movies. And I did all this research just to make sure that there were enough original characters created for the movies to fill a bracket, and by God, there were.
Hey, Brazil's checking in on Instagram. Vinny,
Brazil.
Astro Boy, what's up? Hey, you got to explain to me what Middle Earth March Madness is, because I don't watch college sports.
Neither do I.
What does this have to do with football?
Well, I believe it's basketball that the sport is.
See how much I don't know?
But it's basically like that. It's just it's set up like a tournament. We have 4 different brackets that are 4 different categories, and we have, I think it's 16 characters in each one, and they all go up together on one-on-one competitions, and then you, the user, will go to theonering.net and vote for who you think should win any of those matchups. And then the winner moves on to the next round, who then pairs off against somebody else who won into the next round, and so on and so forth until we have a winner.
These matches make no sense. I saw Aragorn versus Pippin. Like,
That's a tough one. That's a
tough one. Are you kidding? The
Well-
Return of the King versus
but,
Pip?
But it's also like, oh, I don't want Pippin to be eliminated in the first round, but then I don't want Aragorn to be eliminated in the first round either. But
Aravandi says there's some tough pairings this year.
there is, like, I would say that I would say that
So are they most of the Middle Earth characters? They're all Middle Earth.
yeah, they're all
characters.
Middle Earth characters, and we did have a discussion about this because we were doing
No Toriel.
Toriel didn't make it.
I don't know. Did she?
Well, because she was. I thought she did because one of the brackets is characters that were created just for the movies.
Pixie
And-
Poet. Oh, maybe she is in it.
And Toriel
Australia's
definitely
watching.
qualifies.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have to bring up the brackets again and look at them.
Hannah
see
Took
who is.
says, "Go Pippin." Of course she does. So,
I can't disagree with you, Hannah.
well, guess who's here?
Ah,
Our
there he
star of the
is.
show,
There he
the
is.
man with the plan, the center square. You know who played the center square?
Was it Jim J. Bullock?
No, I don't think
It was
so.
Paul Lynn.
Paul
Lynn,
Lynn, you're our
right.
Paul Lynn.
There you
Jim.
go.
So, in many aspects, you were Paul Lynn. I'm gonna hand it over to you guys.
Hiya, Sammy. How's my favorite little niece? How's it going, Sammy? Don't tell me that husband of yours is causing trouble again. What's up, guys?
Hey.
Because a wizard is never late. How you doing, guys?
He arrives precisely when he means to.
Yeah, noise hit early, right? I sound like Cogsworth. I can't tell if I sound like Cogsworth, if I sound like Gandalf. The more I talk like Ian McKellen, I can't decide who I sound like. The clock or
Well-
the wizard?
Well, I haven't seen the new Beauty and the Beast, so I don't know how different.
Pixie Poet, I love you too.
I don't know how different Ian McKellen's Cogsworth is from his Gandalf.
I don't either. But I mean, everybody in the world has seen it already. With $170 million, the
Something like that, yeah.
sixth largest opening, box office opening of all time.
I haven't seen it. I wasn't too enthused about it and I got some flack for this on the last episode of Torrent Book Club, which is basically Beauty and the Beast is not my favorite Disney movie. Not even the animated one. I thought it was fine, but
It's all right.
not my favorite. My favorite has got to be like Aladdin or Lion King.
It's all right to have
Yeah.
a different opinion.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's all right for Disney to get stuck with the lawsuit for Zootopia. I mean, Oscar winner Zootopia
Wait, what?
being sued by a very, very serious lawsuit from Gary Goldman, who wrote the screenplay for Total Recall.
Hey,
it's
before
a
I
really
go-
serious lawsuit that Disney is facing about Zootopia being plagiarized.
No way.
Yeah,
They-
huge. The guy who wrote Total Recall, who presented a pitch of Zootopia to Disney in 2009.
Doesn't make any sense. Lion
it's
King.
huge.
Remember Lion King?
Yeah,
Which was a rip-off
Lion
of-
King was a total rip-off.
Yes, it's happened before.
Yeah, the
It's
White
happened before.
Lion. What was his name? Limba the White Lion?
Kimba the White Lion.
Kimba the White
White Lion.
Yeah.
Not the Kimba that wasn't that the artist, the singer that says somebody that you used to know?
No.
I don't know.
No.
I don't know. But before I go,
No.
I want to say hi, Tiffany Broadway. I love all my Broadways.
Hello there, Tiffany
hello,
Broadway.
Tiffany.
And hi,
Broadway.
Tiffany
Hello.
Broadway. Or
That's,
is it Typhoid Broadway?
It's Tiffany Nevea Broadway. That's my
Nevea.
sister. Hello,
Nice.
my
Hey,
my sweet
and-
my sweet younger sister.
You guys need to talk to Kaylin Griffin. Maybe she wants to call in on the hotline.
Yeah.
Because she saw Beauty and the Beast this weekend,
And
and she saw it more than once.
she might be the only
Okay.
person among us all who has seen it, because I haven't seen
And
it.
it
I
was
haven't
yet.
so
seen it.
good.
A lot of my friends have seen it. I
So,
haven't seen
so
it
people
yet.
need
I
to
haven't
call
seen
in
it.
and tell us all
Yeah.
about the movie.
But we've got so much to
So
cover.
much to talk about.
We got so
I'm
much to cover today, and so
No, wait,
little
wait,
time.
Don't leave yet, because this is
Oh
a
yeah,
gift.
we got a box.
We
to
have the
open.
opening of the gift.
Yeah.
Remember that our
It's for you.
no, it's for both of us, dude. Don't you dare walk out of the studio without opening
Okay,
this gift.
come on,
here,
come
here,
on back,
here.
come on back.
This.
Unboxing.
Hey, hello, Guyana. Oh my gosh, I look forward to seeing you every Tuesday as well. Thanks for being part of our show.
Oh boy,
Oh, wow.
Gaia.
Hello.
Fantastic.
Hello.
And hello to everybody.
open
Iravandi,
it,
Stephanie.
open it. I gotta go.
Iravandi's like Highcliffe, and there's Ellen Design, one of my favorite people.
Mm-hmm.
And hey, there's Kaylin Griffin, one of my other favorite people. What's happening here? This is from Montpelier, Virginia. Do you pronounce that
I've
Montpelier?
been there. You know what's at Montpelier? The home of Madison.
Oh really?
President Madison.
James Madison. Oh, okay.
Really?
And I think
Is that what's on the back of the nickel?
I think
Well,
the name of his.
considering how many of our first few presidents came from Virginia, that doesn't surprise me.
No,
at
no,
all.
no. Who's on the $2 bill? Madison.
No, $2 bill is Jefferson.
It is Jefferson. Jefferson's on the $2
Maybe I'm
bill.
thinking about Jefferson
Ooh,
because you can get $2
cool.
bills there.
Erovandi, everyone gets to open the box.
Oh,
Are you ready?
my
Here's the
goodness.
gag. Here's the gag.
Look at this.
All right, all right. You stand there like Morgan Freeman and act really stern, okay?
I am Morgan Freeman.
Okay, really stern. You be Brad Pitt and scream, "What's in the box?"
What's in the box?
Go ahead, go ahead. I just want to see them do this. Do the bit. Do the bit.
I don't
Go
know
ahead.
the bit.
What's in the box?
Oh look, it's
What's
Gwen.
in the box?
It's Gwyneth's head. Oh, I love it.
Well, at least we don't need to worry about goop anymore.
Oh,
That's right.
oh my God! Sorry, we're making a really bad David Fincher joke from
Yeah,
Seven.
yeah.
Oh, Erovandi, you are so awesome because you write in purple ink.
Oh,
This
and,
is
and you
awesome.
It's
write
in-
well.
and you write beautifully well.
And you
What
write-
is this? Look at this.
This is a dragon scarf.
It's a beautiful dragon scarf.
That is amazing.
Hi guys, I hope you like this dragon scarf I crocheted just for you. If it gets dirty, it's machine wash and dryable. Thanks so much for being awesome hosts and amazing people. I love you, Erovandi. Look at this.
You're
You-
amazing.
box.
She
people.
says, "You bring me happiness every Tuesday and then some."
Nice.
Ah,
Yay.
rock star.
Look at
Erovandi,
this.
you are such a
You're
sweetheart.
amazing.
This is cool. This
Love
is,
you too,
This is
Erovandi.
Hi,
beautiful.
Dwina.
Look
at
Dwina.
Oh, I love Dwina. Dwina peeks in.
Oh yeah. Oh hello.
And
Dwina.
look what came in the mail,
Look at
Dwina.
this.
Your perfect timing. Dwina, I think, crochets herself.
Dwina has crocheted like cat toys for me and other
Look at
toys
this
for you.
amazing
This
thing.
is so beautiful. Do you know what happens? When you're cold and you're not quite sure where to get warmed up, you've got a dragon scarf that your Erovandi made for you. Oh,
There you go.
oh,
There you go. Nice.
yeah. You guys, I am rocking this dragon scarf.
I am fire. I am scarf.
I am fire. I'm going to break out into an Ed Sheeran song right now.
Oh, please don't.
I'm in love with your body. I'm in love with your body. What? Yeah. You're done with it? He's done with it officially. I'm enjoying the song. I
am
love
so-
Ed Sheeran.
I am
This
done
is
with
so
Ed Sheeran.
cute.
I am so over Ed Sheeran.
I'm so not done with Ed Sheeran. He's on Saturday Night Live, and suddenly everybody in America's done with him, and I love it.
I was done with Ed Sheeran long before this.
This is so beautiful, Erovandi. Thank you.
Yeah,
Why
this
is my phone blowing up?
I don't know.
Is it because it's the torn hotline?
It is the hotline.
It is the hotline. Hey, whoa! I tried to answer that call, but it's not.
got it.
It's not. Oh, you
Hi,
got the
who's
call?
calling?
Hey, who's there?
Hi, who's calling?
Erovandi, this is awesome.
Hello, this is Mary Lou.
Hello, Mary Lou.
Hello, Mary Lou.
Hello there. How are you?
Hi, how's it going? I'm Marvels at the Shad. It's me.
Oh, it's Marfles.
Oh, hello.
Hey, Marfles.
Hey,
What you doing,
Marfles.
Marfles? Hey,
There you go.
what you doing, Marfles? Look at this beautiful dragon scarf. Oh, he's awesome, and he's gonna keep me warm, Erovandi. This is really the best scarf ever. It's a cold, wet, miserable spring day in Los Angeles. So I'm so glad to have this. Thank you. You do incredible work, Erovandi. What are you doing here, Marfles? Tell us the good news, Marfles.
Well, I'm here in Southern California, and yes, it's getting hotter here.
Yeah,
So I'm enjoying the heat a little bit.
it was yesterday when it was 85 degrees the past couple of days, but now today it's cold and it's 35 degrees chillier,
And it's
really.
rainy.
And it's rainy today.
Exactly.
What happened? What happened? Spring came back.
Yes.
I-
Well, it's
yeah.
getting pretty. Summer is getting here sooner than we expected it. So.
It is time to go see the desert blooms. Everybody I know
Oh
is
yeah, it's
driving out there too.
it's
29
out
Palms?
in-
Yeah.
It's just nuts right now.
Yeah, Alza Borrego. That's what it's called? Alza Borrego? Anza Borrego. Yeah, that's the park, the state park. It's somewhere in between Palm Springs and San Diego, and it's way out there in the mountains. It's beautiful. Beautiful what's happening. So, yeah, hey, how long are you going to be here, Marfles? Are you just visiting Southern California or you live here?
No, I live in San Diego.
Love it. That's
Oh,
great.
Nice.
I'm here right now.
Nice.
Excellent.
Thanks for being on the show. Are you excited to see?
Yeah.
Oh no, go ahead. You tell us your question before I pester you with questions. You give us yours first.
Yeah, I just wanted to know about Beauty and the Beast, if you guys saw it or not, and what
No.
you thought about it.
I have not seen it yet, but I'm really intrigued. I did see Kong Skull Island,
I haven't seen that
which
either.
I enjoyed.
Yeah.
But
Oh, that's right.
what about Beauty and the Beast? Did you like it?
I saw it. I liked it. It's just that there were some things that I wasn't really pleased about it. Like the ending, for example. I thought I was expecting a lot more emotion from the Beauty and the Beast, and I'm sorry if I'm spoiling it.
Oh, really?
I consider a spoiler.
No, it's not a spoiler. That story's been around forever in many forms,
Yeah.
and everybody's familiar with the original animated film.
Yeah.
However, if it's a spoiler, like consider Maleficent, all right? When Disney did the live-action update of Maleficent to bring it in alignment with Sleeping Beauty, there were some surprises because there were some new elements to that story. So if you're talking about something that is not really significantly different from the animated film, then by all means, go right ahead.
Exactly.
Go right ahead.
Yeah, well, like I said, I liked the movie. I thought it was really cute, really awesome, but just the acting at the end was a little let down for me because I was expecting a lot more when they transformed back into human form. I thought the Beast was like, okay, I'm human again, and I didn't like that. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I was
Really?
expecting a lot more. But other than that, I liked it. I liked the comedy. I thought it was really, really great. So yeah. I mean, overall I liked it. It's not I would not give it like a 10, but I would give it like a 7 or 8.
Yeah, okay, that sounds decent. But you know what? I think I had the original problem with Beauty and the Beast, the animated film in the early 90s, because when he turned back into a human form, it was like, okay, ho-hum, another handsome animated Disney prince. He was much more interesting when he was the Beast.
Yeah.
That is probably one of the pitfalls of the actual story itself from the very beginning of time when it was first created. But
Yeah.
hey, you know, it's like, it really is that way. The Last Unicorn breaks away from that problem because when she gets to become a human woman, the Lady Amalthea,
Right.
ultimately she goes back to being who she was, an immortal unicorn, and yet and avoids that trap of what happens to Ariel in Disney's Little Mermaid and what happens to the Beast.
But what I like
she
about
goes
that
back
is
to being,
like her transformation is kind of bittersweet because she does develop this emotional bond with a number of people.
and with Lear, and she develops regret and heartbreak.
Yeah.
That has never happened with a unicorn ever.
Yeah.
Which is what makes Peter Beagle like a step apart as as a considered, really considerable and well considered writer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Are we on the same point with that?
Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
But tell me before I let you go, Marfels, is Beauty and the Beast good eye candy? Do we get that twinkle in Ian McKellen's eye? Is there even a slight, like a whiff of Gandalf wisdom? Is Luke Evans our boy as a great villain, Gaston? How does he fill those shoes? Tell me about that.
Luke Evans, I think, definitely stole the show.
Ah,
I think
Nice.
He was, to me, this is my own personal opinion.
okay.
He
Well,
stole the show.
sure.
Along with oh my God, LeFou actor.
Oh, Josh Gad.
Yeah. That guy, and I thought Ian McKellen was really cute in the as a Cogsworth. I think he really pulled it off perfectly, and to me, I at the end he was like pretty funny when he turned into human. He did something that I didn't expect.
Oh,
It's
okay.
very short, but very funny. I mean, he took it in a very comic way, and I like that about him.
Okay, that's so good. I gotta see it. All right, we're gonna have to check it out because I can't get enough of.
You have to see it.
I have to see it. I'm a Disney-phile. I'm very much a big fan. I'm an addict of Disney and their products and their films. I have to admit. However, I'm also one of the first people to stick a finger in their eye when they screw it up or do something like Zootopia being allegedly copied off of Gary Goldman's screenplay. Oh my gosh, can you imagine?
Yeah.
What if they lose the Oscar?
Right.
over this? What if this gets really bad for them? Anyways,
I
but
don't think
that's
it
another
will-
subject entirely.
Yeah, I don't think it'll go that far.
Well, hey, wait a minute. Remember when Milli Vanilli? When people were like, take their Grammy away? They were lip syncing.
Yeah.
So
But
there's a precedent for that
there
weirdness.
there is a precedent, but I think it's Disney. Like, it's going to take a lot of work to make that happen.
Well, see, I'm righteous about Kubo, and I think Kubo, the Two Strings, should have won, not Zootopia, but that's just me.
I agree.
That's just me.
I'm 100%
Thank you,
there
thank
with
you,
you.
thank
I
you.
loved Kubo.
Marfels, thank you so much, my dear, for being on the show today. It's great to hear your voice today.
No problem.
Awesome.
And next time I'll try to do it with a camera. Thank
Okay.
you so much.
Do that. Great to have you. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye, love.
Bye, Marfels.
Awesome. All right, that is
Okay.
awesome. Okay.
All right, cool.
We can also open up the Skype channel because this is an interactive show. We're talking. Hey guys, good to see you, Isabelle and Pixie Poet. So awesome. She says that I was guilty of hoping for a "You Shall Not Pass" joke by Cogsworth during the castle invitation scene.
That would have been great.
That would have been great.
That would have been
All right,
awesome.
and we got lots of folks here on the live chat on Ustream. We're on Twitter live. We're on Instagram. Hey, MoyJAC. How you doing, MoyJAC?
Oh,
We're
getting
gonna
a
take
call.
more calls on the hotline. Let's do it. We'll take this call
for
on
it.
my phone. Hey, how you doing?
Hi.
Hello. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, Griffin.
Is this Kay Pipsky? Hello. It's Pipsky. I love you, Pipsky. And my dragon scarf loves you too. Mwah, 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 mwah. Dragon scarf.
Oh, you want me.
Ha
I called because I have to tell you that I did see Beauty and the Beast twice this weekend, and I'm in
Good.
love with it. It's now my new favorite musical. I just thought it was amazing.
Really? Okay.
Okay.
see?
See, all of it. And Emma Watson just did a beautiful job. She looks exactly like Beauty I can remember as an anime. She does. She really does.
She does look like Belle. Yeah.
Yeah, she does. Like, yeah, she really sold me as Belle.
Belle, you're right. She did well. I didn't know she could sing, and she can.
Okay.
Um,
I've heard that Luke Evans sang really well in it.
yes, absolutely.
Cool.
Well, he's a Broadway star. He was starring in the Boy George musical Taboo.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He was on stage in London in the original production of Taboo that was produced by Rosie O'Donnell and a combination of other producers. And yeah, he's a Broadway, he's a star. I mean, before he ended up shooting down a dragon in Middle Earth, Luke Evans was a certifiable Broadway star before that casting. Just saying, guys. So,
Yeah. He did, and he was perfect, and he was just amazing. I just think it's because, I guess I like musicals, and
yeah.
it did give you nostalgia feeling because they did things that were in the animated film, and you went, oh yeah, that was there, that kind of thing. It just gave you a little pull on the heartstrings there,
Nice.
So,
And then
what did...
adult that would choose that, I think.
Yeah, what do you think of Bill Condon's directing? It's, this is the man who made Dreamgirls such a fantastic success as a film.
Yeah.
But he goes back on his resume,
Didn't
working
he do,
with
Gods and Monsters?
working with Ian McKellen originally on Gods and Monsters.
Yeah. I
Yes,
love that movie.
That's exactly what I was
love
going to
that
say.
movie.
How was Bill Condon's direction of Beauty and the Beast?
I think he was just wonderful. To me, the characters were brought out. I just saw a thing where they switched some scenes to correct some of the animation that was wrong. Like how would Philip the horse flying the castle when he's never been there in the animation? He never went to the castle, but he did in the movie in the 2017 movie, and they corrected that. So I saw a little thing where they corrected some item.
Ah, see?
Yes.
Okay.
Hola.
That was, yeah.
That's
Nice.
good. See, it's nice to see some oversights.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's cool.
Right.
Maybe I'll check it out. Yeah.
Things that you wouldn't think of, but you went, oh yeah, that's right. Things like that.
All right. Yeah, we'll see. So that's a good. It's nice to have a second opinion on Beauty and the Beast. But we're going to move on, and we're going to actually start talking about March Madness
Yep.
and our upcoming, our keen interest. It is nice to see a huge box office opening for that kind of fandom.
Yeah.
Because Disney fans are so energized.
Yeah.
You know how they are when they are. But it also includes a dark shadow over Disney with this other nasty headline that's hitting them
I
at the
didn't
same
know
time they're
about that.
celebrating.
I didn't know about that.
They're
That's,
opening up bottles of champagne, and they're also opening up bottles of Excedrin because they're in a lawsuit that might get real stinky before it gets over.
Oh, boy.
Anyways, Pipske, you're doing well. It's lovely to hear your voice tonight.
It's lovely to hear from you, and I'm online right now. I am excited about the Legends of Tomorrow episode today.
Yeah,
And that's
yeah.
exciting.
We all are.
Yeah,
That's exactly what
I'm
we're going to
very
talk about
excited
next.
We're going to talk about that a little bit later today.
Awesome. Thanks, hon. Lovely to hear from you. Love you. It's great to have you back on the show.
Okay.
You too.
Bye.
Bye, sweetheart. See, now, we're still talking with people at Warner Brothers Publicity to get back to the subject of...
Legends of Tomorrow.
Legends of Tomorrow. Because it's going to be such an awesome thing. We found out that it's not going to be broadcast in late April, early May. It's being broadcast tonight.
Yeah.
The episode Fellowship of the Spear on...
And what I didn't realize is that this is a two-parter.
it's a two-parter.
Yeah.
Makes it even more exciting.
It does.
And it makes even more
Well,
sense.
I knew that it was going to be the season finale, but I thought, we had another month or so before that happened.
No, because I think because fan interest is blowing up so huge, I think they want to get
Nice.
and that also gives them the showrunners a chance to finish some other visual effect shots that they need to finish for future episodes.
Yeah.
That they want to have a later air date. So understanding the reality of what's going on with a week by week television production especially on a big network like that.
Oh, yeah.
What you call the exigencies of that. We're trying to get Mr. Jack Turner to get an interview with us.
That would be awesome.
It would be awesome.
I would love to hear from him.
We all want to talk to this man because
this is a guy who is playing J.R.R. Tolkien.
he's playing Tolkien. No, I mean, for real. And
there
no one
aren't-
ever has before.
No, Tolkien as a person has never been portrayed on screen.
Never been
before.
portrayed on screen in a
Yeah.
narrative film or television.
Yeah.
So the good news and the bad news, here they are. I've been involved with some emails with our friends at Warner Brothers Publicity, and because Jack is individually quite. He's already made it known. He's said hi to the fans on our Facebook timeline. He's
Excellent.
been able to come here and interact directly with the fans on Facebook. And
cool.
to get the interview sorted out, we go through the official channels. And the good news is that the official channels at Warner Brothers Television Publicity are very kindly considering our request.
Okay.
And the bad news is they were not able to finalize an interview for tonight's broadcast.
Which is why I'm here instead.
And yes, filling in for Jack Turner tonight.
I'm just filling in for Jack
But
Turner.
it's true that but we have an opportunity here, and this is where I want to solicit the fans. For all you folks that are watching, we're excited about Tolkien, the great Professor Tolkien, who has informed all of our lives and made our fandom what it is from the 50s, from the 30s, mind you, from the late 30s,
Yeah.
back when Wizard of Oz first appeared. Mind you, The Hobbit was also published that year. So we've got generations of Tolkien fans.
Yeah.
Hey, Argentina, so good to have you. We've got the CW broadcasting tonight's episode of Legends of Tomorrow, which is a very exciting, fun show. But Warner Brothers is still unable to get Jack Turner, the actor who plays Tolkien in this broadcast. They're unable to get him sorted out for tonight. So instead, we beseech them to get him sorted maybe for next Tuesday.
That would be nice.
And we can bring focus to what the fans most want to see more of Tolkien on screen, and we
Yeah.
can just plant the interview in between
Yeah.
part 1 and part 2 of this broadcast. What do
And-
you think of that?
I think it would be cool. Like,
It'd be great.
I like that it's a two-parter. I'm almost certain that Tolkien is going to be just a character for that two-parter. He's not
Just
going
a
to be
character.
He's
That's
not going
right.
to be recurring.
That is right.
Because
That's right.
they have interacted with characters from history or real people from the past before, and they've all just been one-offs. Like, there was one of my favorite episodes
Yes.
this season was an episode where they met with George Lucas.
Yep, I saw
And
that. I saw that episode. It was really fun. That was really
really
fun.
enjoyed that one. Just the angle they took with it.
The
Because
uncertain of himself, George Lucas.
yeah, like long story short, he was a property master on a USC student film set, and the big bad guys invade the the film studio and starts shooting everything up. And George Lucas decides, that's it, I'm quitting film school. I'm going to go back and fix cars for a living.
Yeah, and fix classic cars. Yeah, roadsters.
And so when he does that, we have the two resident nerd characters, Ray and Nate, who suddenly become stupid.
Because
they
didn't get to be Star Wars nerds.
Yeah, because Ray was inspired by Star Wars.
Yeah, I
and
loved
Nate
it. That's
was
right.
inspired
Yes.
by Indiana Jones. And since neither of them got that inspiration, neither of them became experts in their respective fields. And so now they're just blithering idiots.
That's right.
And so then it falls to the team to go back and find George Lucas and convince him to stay in film school.
I always love the conceit of time travel shows that, begin with, let's go back and fiddle-faddle with the timey-wimey things. Let's go back to fix or readjust a famous historical figure and get them back on the right track so that humankind as we know it can keep evolving with the arts and the culture the way that I love that gimmick. A gimmick is what it is.
And it is. It's very much a gimmick. And
when
you know
pull it off, it's great.
I like this show. I like Legends of Tomorrow.
It is a fun show. It's so colorful.
It started off kind of shaky, but I feel like this season has been a lot stronger.
Yes, it has. Yes, indeed. So we ask all the fans who are watching on Facebook and Twitter, hey, do you guys want to see Jack Turner be interviewed live right here, as whether Skype or in person? If you would like to do that,
your two options are yes or hell yes.
Yes, your two options are yes or hell yes. If you want to do that, then let's make our voices known and let's tell the nice folks at Warner Brothers, what we'll have to do? We'll start a poll. Right?
Yeah.
We'll start a poll on our Facebook timeline
cool.
so that we can have something posted and visible.
Torn is going to be so poll heavy right now between this and Middle Earth Madness.
Yeah, we're going to talk about Middle Earth March Madness. This is our next thing. But I just want to say, yes, you guys don't have the television series. If you're in another country where you don't have Legends of Tomorrow, then I'm sure that in several territories, they allow you to have access to it streaming on their website, but you'll have to double check. It's on the CW. And, of course, it involves all these great characters, Reverse Flash and
if you're
Atom.
If you're one of those cord cutters, you can go to CWTV.com, or you can download their app and you can watch it for free.
That's right.
Right after it airs.
That's right. And it's going to be...
That's what I do, and it's very convenient.
It's going to be broadcast in about 30 minutes. In about 30 minutes on the East Coast, which is why we're going to cut our show. Unfortunately,
we're going to cut it short a little bit.
We're going to cut our show short a little bit. I'm going to change my hat around, start looking a little more skater punk. Yes, with my dragon scarf. Now this is what we're going to do. We're going to usually we go to 6:30, but because of our East Coast folks, they're going to need a chance to tune in. Okay, I did say timey-wimey things. Yes, I'm a slight Whovian.
Yeah,
I'm not as much a Whovian as I am a Miyazaki geek, but yeah, I'm a geek.
I love both. I can't say in equal measure, but I love Doctor Who and I love Miyazaki both. Irrespective of each other, because it's not a contest. The two can't be compared.
It's not Sophie's choice.
No. I love Doctor Who. I'm excited for the next season. I'm sad that this is Peter Capaldi's last season. I've really enjoyed him as the Doctor.
He has been awesome, the Peter Capaldi. Yeah. Hey, to answer when... on Instagram, when does the Silmarillion come out, the TV show? It isn't going to happen. Again, it's our favorite subject. It's our favorite question.
It's one that I love talking about and could talk about for hours, and I'm going to stop myself.
We're not going to even talk about it because it ends up hijacking our entire show to explain who, what, and why. The reason why is that the Tolkien estate is still holding the rights to the Silmarillion, and they will not let anybody touch it or adapt it to any radio broadcast or animation or video game or no television show, no feature film. It's not happening. Sorry, but I love the way you think. We all want it to happen, but it's not happening.
I will say I just finished playing Shadow of Mordor this past weekend.
Yes, because you're getting ready for the Shadow of War.
I'm getting ready for Shadow of War
release. So how was your experience with Shadow of Mordor?
It's fun. It's a really well done game. I mean, I'm pretty sure that by the end of it, I single-handedly wiped out about half the orcs in Mordor.
Yes,
but,
that's awesome.
It's an interesting story. And it's very interesting seeing how they kind of skirt the line of what you can and can't talk about in the lore. Like they have a couple things that you can do, and one of them is finding artifacts scattered throughout Mordor.
Right now, we're talking about Shadow of Mordor.
And
Is it shadows, plural?
A shadow singular.
It's Shadow of Mordor. We're talking about the video game because my co-host here, Josh Rubenstein, knows the deeply embedded bits of Tolkien lore as much as I or any Tolkien geek would know, but perhaps him more than most. And we're going to talk for just a moment about how Shadow of War is guilty, maybe guilty, of playing fast and loose with the spiritual lore of Middle-earth.
A little bit.
Now tell us about the gameplay is exciting.
The gameplay is really cool. Like you're hacking and slashing. It's an action RPG. You are going up against just waves upon waves of orcs, and you get all these different abilities. And the coolest ability is about halfway through the game, you get the ability to brand the orcs, which means you can now control their minds, and they can now fight for you.
Oh wow!
And it's a lifesaver because when like the orc horde starts swarming at you, you just brand like a handful of them, and the problem pretty much takes care of itself.
Nice, I love it. Oh, this is so cool.
But one of the interesting things in this game is that scattered all throughout Mordor are these artifacts, and if you pick them up, you can examine them, and you can find a little memory implanted in them, and it'll play this memory, which is usually just like, it's just dialogue or somebody talking, but it's really interesting hearing the stuff that they talk about, because there are references to Pharazôn in it. There are references to the two blue wizards. They actually go into it a little bit, like what the two of them were doing.
Really?
Like,
okay.
And it doesn't quite jive with what I believe Tolkien wrote about them, because he didn't write a whole lot about them.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's interesting, like hearing like the scattered memories of like an old Númenórean saying the king has just captured Sauron, and I'm like, oh, because that's like the beginning of the end for Númenor.
Yes, it is.
But I was like, oh, I didn't know they could get away with that, with talking about that, or like mentioning Pharazôn by name.
Because his name is mentioned in the appendices of Return of the King.
That would be why. I don't know what is and isn't in the appendices, because like the two blue wizards, they're not mentioned by name.
Not by name, but they're mentioned by name by outside moniker. You know,
right.
The two blue wizards.
They're called the Astari. They refer to them as the Astari.
Now, here's the thing. The access to all that Númenórean stuff only slightly overlaps with what's in the Silmarillion, which is a greatly expanded version of the Númenórean story.
Right.
The stuff, and I've got a copy of The Lord of the Rings right there. We can take a look at the appendices. Appendix A, Annals of the Kings and Rulers.
Yeah.
There is a truncated story of Númenor, and it does fairly mention the ruler who, at the time, was in charge of all that mess at that pivotal moment when shit went bad.
And that was Pharazôn.
Yeah, Pharazôn, yes.
Pharazôn.
That's right. It's all in there.
And, okay, all right, cool. Then so that's how they could get away with saying his name. Because another thing that I noticed is kind of a spoiler if you haven't played the game. The elf wraith who is your traveling companion through this
Celebrimbor
is actually Celebrimbor. Yes.
Yes, everybody knows that.
Okay, cool. I wasn't sure
that's been part of
that was spoiled or not. But one of the things that you do is you grab these artifacts that begins to return his memories to him, because when you begin, he doesn't know who he is.
Right.
And so you start getting the story of him being manipulated by Sauron into creating the Rings of Power. In these sporadic flashbacks. And one of the things I noticed there is that they don't refer to him by the name that he gives himself in that time, which is Annatar.
He should. He should be referring to himself. Because that's the name they have a license to use.
Oh, I didn't know if they had that name or not. I just thought it was interesting that...
oh, really?
They don't refer to him as Annatar. There is one point where he calls him the Lord of Gifts.
Oh, yeah, the Lord of the Gifts. He is called the Giver of Gifts.
Yeah.
But Annatar, if it's mentioned and it's usable under that license, it has to be in the pages of The Hobbit or The Lord of the Rings. It can't be a name plucked out of Silmarillion or Unfinished Tales. They can't use those words.
Right.
Specific names of characters. So maybe the word Annatar does not show up in the appendix.
That's what I'm thinking. I
thought I saw it in there. In fact, I'm going to get out my copy of Lord of the Rings right now. I'm going to take a look.
Oh, no. We got other stuff to talk about. I don't want to talk too much about Shadow.
No, I just want to take a look.
Okay.
Show the folks this while I take a look. It's only going to take 1 second.
Okay, what
I
is
got to geek out and find out the truth.
This is the Lord of the Rings... this is the J.R.R. Tolkien special edition issue of Newsweek, which I have not picked up yet, so I haven't really had a chance to look at this.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
But I was gonna talk about. Oh, this is phenomenal. I love this. Oh, I definitely need to pick this up.
Yeah, no, everyone said it was really awesome. Really awesome. Look at this, guys.
Okay, so the thing that I really
The
don't.
Lord of the Rings.
The thing that I kind of have a problem with this game series is that the big turning point at the end of Shadow of Mordor and what's going to be the setting off point for Shadow of War is the fact that Celebrimbor and your main character Talion, they get together and forge a new ring of power to combat Sauron.
Yeah, that's going a bit too far.
I feel like that's a step too far, and I feel like it's sort of creating this whole new sub-story that it's like, how could people outside of Mordor not have seen this happening?
Makes you wonder. Makes you wonder.
But I mean, that aside, like, I thought it had the right Middle-earth feel to it, and I like that. I mean, it's a super gory game. Like, when you kill orcs, like, their heads go flying, black blood is flying everywhere.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That sounds good.
It's a good gory game.
All right, well, here's Celebrimbor listed on page 318.
Well, yeah, I figured Celebrimbor would be listed, but check to see if Anatar is listed.
Nope.
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 There you
Nope.
go.
That means that the name of Anatar is not something they could actually license for the video game.
Yep.
It appears in other works.
Interesting.
How about
Okay.
that? Yeah,
That's cool.
At least I found it. Very quick, easy to find Celebrimbor in the index. Impossible to find Anatar, although that was the assumed name of Sauron when he was doing a low-key. You know, putting on a fair form instead of being the horror that he
Northrunner
is.
in the chat is saying Captain Jack Harkness is on the Flash Supergirl show.
Yeah?
Because Flash and Supergirl are doing a crossover episode tonight, which is a musical crossover episode.
Oh, hey, that's going to be awesome.
What I've seen from the previews, it looks like characters from Legends of Tomorrow are going to be in there too. And that makes total sense because Jack Harkness is played by John Barrowman, and John Barrowman has been playing a character in this universe for quite a few years now, Malcolm Merlin, who is right now a villain on Legends of Tomorrow.
I love it, and he's a great villain. Thank you to Robert Foster's Complete Guide to J.R.R. Tolkien. You guys see this?
Fantastic.
I'm going to show everybody on Instagram how cool. This is a great reference book. And it says,
I love this book.
You're going to find Anatar, which is Sindarin, for Gift Lord, the Lord of Gifts.
The Lord of Gifts,
That's the only thing they can say is the English transliteration of the Elvish word. But the Elvish word is not under license because it's in the Silmarillion on page 287.
Yep.
So if you want to find a reference to him, you got to go to the Sill.
Okay.
Page 287.
That's
Geek
cool.
out. Hashtag geek out.
It's
on Torn Tuesday with my beautiful dragon scarf that Iravandi
That's cool. I mean, I
made
like
for me.
the flashbacks that they do in Shadow of Mordor are very well done.
So awesome.
I thought. Like,
yeah, the flashbacks are cool.
Yeah.
But they're starting to get, they're going to get as loosey-goosey as they can.
They're getting pretty loose.
With
like,
the elements of the story.
There was a part towards the end that sort of made me go, I don't know if that really happened. Because, like, there's a moment, like, after Sauron has taken Celebrimbor, taken him to Mordor, and begins torturing him and trying to turn him to his side.
Yeah.
There's a point where Celebrimbor actually steals the One Ring from Sauron and takes control of it and leads an army against him.
Wow,
and
okay,
I'm like,
that didn't happen. No.
I'm like, I don't remember that happening.
That
but...
didn't happen. But hey, okay, we'll get more into that later. When the game comes out, we're going to talk more about that later.
Yeah, hell, you know what? I might do a Let's Play. That'd be fun.
Where do you get these books, Mary? Well, you can get Robert Foster's Complete Guide.
You can find that in, like, any bookstore.
Any bookstore, anywhere. You can find used copies of it. I'm sure somewhere in your town there's a used bookstore. You can find it on Amazon.com or BarnesandNoble.com and other online retailers.
Okay, so
about the Middle-earth March Madness.
Yeah, we've only got about 15 minutes left. We should talk about Middle-earth Madness.
Basketball fans, if you're in North America, at least if you're an American kid like me growing up, then you understand that every March something happens with college basketball season that we could say is unique.
Yeah.
Unique to the American experience.
Pretty unique, yeah.
So for all of our friends, and we've got so many people in the audience in Europe, Sub-Saharan Africa, we have fans from Southeast Asia, all around the world, and many, many, many people in Argentina, Chile, and Brazil. To all of our South American friends, we love you and we love soccer, which you call football. We love all those things, but we love our basketball. Here in America, we're a little crazy about our basketball.
I'm from Philadelphia, where everybody goes crazy for hockey.
Yeah,
the
see?
Flyers fans.
I spent 10 years in Chicago where everyone's crazy for the Cubs, and God bless them, they won the World Series finally. So the March Madness thing is where people in America take a bracket of all of the universities, the college basketball teams, and they start to do this magical guesswork of how they will compete, who will win, and how these teams will advance together to compete in future basketball games towards the big pennant and the championship. We do our version of it on thewondering.net with amazing roster of Middle-earth characters from every book and every film.
And what I love about
it's awesome.
What I love about Middle-earth is that it really is the gift that keeps on giving. There are so many characters to choose from.
It is, and you know what? How many did we begin with?
Well, with this one, we begin with it's 16 per bracket, so
64?
64 characters.
64 characters from The Hobbit, The Lord of the Rings, Unfinished Tales,
Silmarillion,
Smith of Wootton Major.
Not
this year.
Not this year.
But sometimes we have characters from The Father Christmas Letters, and characters.
We had a little discussion about that, and we decided, you know what, we're just going to be doing, since it's called Middle-earth Madness, we're going to stick just to the characters who are specifically in Middle-earth, which means
Dallas.
No Smith of Wootton Major, no Rover Random, no Farmer Giles of Ham, unfortunately. But we want to open it up to you, maybe if you want us to add those guys in for next year.
Absolutely.
I'm totally cool with it.
I'm cool with it. I'm totally cool with it too, because it allows unfamiliar characters to be put in brackets against other ones who are familiar.
Yeah.
And encourages all of us Ringer fans to go dig into the books and get more details, especially books like this.
And that's why,
it's very helpful.
Very
helpful.
When we were trying to come up with the idea for the brackets for this year, I was the one who proposed the idea of splitting the brackets into characters from the wider mythology, like Silmarillion, Unfinished Tales, and all that.
Yep.
Characters that are in the books but didn't make it into the movies.
Yep.
Characters that are in both the books and the movies, and then characters that were created specifically for the movies.
We have had Silmarillion characters, famous ones,
we
like
have.
Ungoliant and Melkor.
Yep.
They've showed up in previous years.
Yep, Morgoth got pretty far.
He
2
did.
years ago, I think.
Morgoth got pretty far.
Yeah.
And this allows you folks at home to come to our website and vote. And it's like the ultimate online popularity contest. Who do you think's going to win against whom? Is voting open?
Yes.
Voting is now open
Yes,
on theonering.net.
I believe it is. Dallas Barnett is saying no Bill Ferny Sr. though. He was. We put together a poll of a whole bunch of different names, and Bill Ferny Sr. was on the list of names for us to vote on. Unfortunately, he didn't make the cut this year, but maybe another year for sure.
Definitely. Oh my gosh, it's going to be so much fun. Can you tell the folks at home how much time they have to vote in each round?
That I don't know, actually. I think it's just a few days.
It is just a few days? Really?
I think.
Well, I mean, it happens. This is the way the real March Madness plays out. The games are done between these.
It goes very fast.
The colleges get through their bracket, and in a week, the bracket is thinned out, and you're down to the next level of winners, and they'll be paired up against other people from other spots. It's going to be so fun. You know what? I'm YOLO Swaggins. YOLO. Instead of Bilbo Baggins, today,
YOLO Swaggins.
Because of Eravandi's beautiful crocheted dragon scarf, I'm totally YOLO Swaggins. I've got a dragon around my neck. Because it's better than having an evil one ring around my neck. That's right.
But what was interesting was when I talked about this at the beginning of the show very briefly. When I first proposed the idea for these brackets, I wanted to... Okay, so Anonymous is saying we have 2 days to vote. Okay.
2 days? Okay, Anonymous. 2 days to vote, not 3.
All right, so...
Wow.
With the bracket for characters that were created just for the movies... I did a little research just to make sure that there were enough characters to fill a bracket, that there were at least 16. Because, off the top of my head, I could name, maybe 4 or 5. And I'm like, wait, is that all? And then I looked it up, and there's over 100. There's over 100 characters that were created just for the movies. Now, most of these are elf or orc characters who show up for like just a scene,
Yeah.
but there are others who have more prominent positions.
So what's our 4 quadrants this year for Middle-earth March Madness? Starts with characters who are in the books only.
But it starts with characters who are in the wider mythology.
The wider mythology.
So not necessarily in Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit, but like the Silmarillion and Unfinished Tales.
Okay.
Those types of characters. Then you have characters who are only in the books of Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. They didn't make it into the movies.
Okay.
Then the characters who are in both. So
Okay.
that's
So
where you get like your main characters.
We have film-only characters, only in the films, not in the books.
Mm-hmm.
And then book-only characters who are in the books, didn't make it into the 6 films.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have both, characters who are in both.
Yeah.
And then you've got characters who are from the wider mythology.
Yep.
Yo, Zach, you're live on the air on our TheOneRing.net broadcast.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Zach? Where you calling from, buddy?
I'm calling from Santa Monica.
How's things in Santa Monica? Is it raining over there too?
It is. It is raining.
Are you
How's
re-
everything with you?
Are you ready for March Madness, dude?
Yeah, I've been ready. I was out of town for a while, so I wasn't really able to keep up with it. But I'm playing the bracket. I've got UCLA to win.
Okay, good. You got UCLA to win. But did you know that we have a Middle Earth March Madness? That's what we're talking about right now with all of our Lord of the Rings and Hobbit and Silmarillion characters. Yeah, you should go to theonering.net and get your bracket ready and see which of our Tolkien characters you think will win going forward. You've only got 2 days to vote, Zach.
Definitely going to be Aragorn.
Good. Aragorn, is he even on the bracket this year?
Oh, he is. In fact, in round 1, he's up against Pippin.
Oh, Aragorn is up against Pippin. Dude, that's a hard throwdown.
I know,
Who
right?
seeded that list?
Chris.
Who seeded that list?
Chris did.
Oh my gosh, Chris. Chris, oh my gosh.
He did that on purpose.
All right. I'm going to let
Once again.
Zach go to TheOneRing.net. Go to theonering.net, and you guys, you only got a couple of days. Start voting now. Hey, Zach, I'll get back to you after the show is over, man, all right?
Okay, have a good one.
Thanks. Yeah, see, that's my good buddy. That's so funny. If you want to send us a message, guys, we've got the phone number going right over our heads. It's 530, number 6.
It's actually below us.
Oh,
today.
there it is.
Yeah.
530, number 6, number 4, FRODO. Skype is on. Skype is open. I'm going to log out from my account, and I'm going to log in as theonering.net. Tell me-
For the 10 minutes we have left.
Yeah, because we always get someone to help sign off on the
Yeah.
show. All right, let's see what's happening here. Yes, we're still Lady Goldberry. Lady Goldberry, she's in the bracket this year, isn't she?
I believe so. Yes.
I believe so too.
I helped to fill out a lot of the characters in this, but I don't really know who finally made it into the final brackets. I just sort of went through and just added as many names as I could find to the spreadsheet, and
Yeah,
then took suggestions from other people.
that was great. What made me very, very happy this particular year is that my character name, Quickbeam, actually made the bracket.
Yes.
This is so awesome.
Nice.
In case you guys didn't know, there's more than one Ent in Fangorn Forest. Fangorn is filled with many Ents, and not too many of them we get to meet by name. In fact, only 2.
Yep. Just Treebeard and Quickbeam.
That's right. In the course of The Lord of the Rings, hello, the Battleborn. I love Sebastian the Hedgehog as well. I love Sebastian's in this list. But where do you vote, Kay? Well, you go to theonering.net and click on our lead story about Middle-earth March Madness, and you go in there and vote right in there on that page.
Yeah.
So I was
And-
going to say Quickbeam shows up because Treebeard, he's been in March Madness
Treebeard's been in there before.
a
Yeah.
few times, but now it's Bregalad. In Sindarin, my name is Bregalad, or Quickbeam. That's me. I am the
Yep.
Quickbeam. That was been my nickname, or my avatar nickname on theonering.net for like 17 or 18 years. Yes,
Yep.
Spirited Book. That is right, Spirited Book. PogChamp, Quickbeam, the champ of Pogs. Could be. Thank you, Aravandi, for voting for me. Is voting even open for me right now?
I believe so.
Vote Quickbeam!
Vote Quickbeam.
Hashtag,
Yes.
I'm going to start a hashtag Vote Quickbeam. Who wouldn't? Spirited Book is like, who wouldn't?
Well,
That's awesome.
let's see how far he gets.
Yeah, we'll see about that. Let's see. Barlaman Butterbur. I'm going to sign in as the One Ring Net.
Okay.
Let's sign in on Skype as the One Ring Net. Hope this works. We didn't recognize that? Really? What do you mean you didn't?
Yeah.
Please check and try again.
Yeah, we gotta wrap this up soon.
Are you
for,
kidding me?
for the East Coast folks to watch Legends. Now, Justin a little bit ago in the chat was asking, why should I watch Legends of Tomorrow? It looks kind of cheesy. It is kind of cheesy. It's a time travel show. But I enjoy it for its cheesiness. And I also enjoy it for the way it plays around with time. Like, it does things better in some cases than others. Like, I really didn't like the episode they did last week or 2 weeks ago. I think it was last week with Apollo 13.
Yeah.
That was kind of a disappointment just because Jim Swigert gets replaced by Big Bad. And then Jim Lovell and Fred Hayes spend the entire episode unconscious.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah,
Well,
I was kind of disappointed with that.
But hey, you know what? I'm excited as anyone to see what the writers and what the showrunners at Legends of Tomorrow have come up with. It's actually going to be on the air in 6 minutes.
Yeah.
We have 6 minutes to finish our broadcast.
Yeah.
And then people on the East Coast, or at least are going to start watching Legends of Tomorrow.
Now,
and,
I have a little bit of a prediction for tonight's episode.
hey,
which
Brazil.
is-
We love you, Brazil.
Which is that with the George Lucas episode, we had the two characters, Ray and Nate, who were the resident dorks who ended up being affected by George Lucas.
Yes.
I have a feeling that in this episode, we're going to see Tolkien having a very deep impact on the character of Martin Stein.
Yes.
Who is
yes,
he's the
yes.
older character. He's played by Victor Garber, who I love.
Victor
I
Garber's,
adore him.
he's been a great actor for many, many, many years.
Yeah.
In everything. He's great.
But
He's great.
he's like the older professorial type character, so
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he's the one who's going to have a much stronger connection to Tolkien than anybody else in this cast.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Me too. This is super, super cool.
Mm-hmm.
We just got a message on the hotline. Thanks for being on the live show, guys. It says, some of the brackets are hard to choose between favorites. A tough Middle-earth March Madness this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's the point. We want to make it tough.
And what
it's
I
not
like
going to be easy to vote.
What I like about
Hey,
this one is
Washington.
that there's a lot more of the obscure characters in the running this time.
Yeah, that's
And
so good.
that's
That
the
makes
thing I
me
love
feel
about
good,
this
too.
because like it really encourages you to research these characters, learn more about the lore and the mythology because it is such a wonderfully fleshed out mythology and it's absolutely my favorite one.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
this is coming from a guy who has worked on Star Trek. So
Whoa, really? Yeah. So, yeah, hello. Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. They've been talking about Star Trek in the in the chat, so that suddenly made me think about it. But I mean,
Hi, Pete.
Star Trek is just as much a solid mythology as anything else. But I worked on Star Trek, and I was born the year Star Wars came out, and yet Middle Earth is still my favorite mythology.
Me too, very much so. Penny Young, I don't have CW on my cable. Can you watch the CW episode somewhere other than cable?
Yes, you can.
Yes.
Yes, you can. If you go to cwtv.com, you'll be able to stream the episode after it airs. I don't know if you have to wait until after it airs on the East Coast or if you have to wait until after it airs in whatever time zone you're in, but it will be up there.
That's right, it will be. And hey, my friends who are saying you thought that we had the live stream on longer, yes, we usually do.
Mm-hmm.
But again, just to let everybody get the chance to go and watch J.R.R. Tolkien, played by young Mr. Jack Turner, an excellent fellow, who is going to be playing the professor for the first time anywhere in history that our beloved John Ronald Reuel Tolkien is being presented in a narrative fiction, a film or television, where he's actually portrayed as a fictional character.
Mm-hmm.
So we're excited to see this, and because it's happening immediately at 9 p.m. On the East Coast, we're going to shut down our stream.
Yeah.
I know everybody else around the world who are in other territories, we love you guys. Thanks for joining us from all these beautiful countries abroad.
Yeah,
but for the sake of
I
our
love
audience,
all the people
we
on
want to...
Instagram from all over the world.
Oh, all over the
chiming
world.
in
Yeah,
here.
we got them
That's
all over the world.
fantastic, yeah.
Definitely on. Who's that? Fair on the one people like better, but I kind of think them to battle matchups unless I just love a character too much. Yeah, some people don't think of it as a battle matchup.
No, it's
Some people vote on different criteria for March Madness.
Yeah, I mean,
you never know.
It ultimately is a popularity contest,
Indeed, it is.
But I mean, Aragorn versus Pippin, that really is a Sophie's choice.
That's hard. A dingo ate my baby.
That's a cry. That's a cry in the dark.
A dingo ate my baby.
That's
I
the wrong
know.
movie.
It's
That's
the
Cry
wrong
in the
Meryl
Dark.
Streep movie. It's the other Meryl Streep movie. I know. Hey, Philippines, lovely to have you. So, allow me to just say one thing I've never said. I've been on the air for an hour now today. My name is Clifford Broadway, and I'm your amiable co-host. Welcome to Torn Tuesday. This is who we are. This is my co-host and my bon vivant man about town, Josh Gad. No, ladies and gentlemen, no, I'm just joking.
Why would you say that to me?
Because you're a star. Because you're the center of controversy right now. Don't you love it?
Oh,
That's
God.
unnecessary controversy.
Yeah.
No, I've got my wonderful friend Josh Rubenstein here. I'm just being stupid right now. And I love you too, Pixie Poet. All right, the episode that we're watching tonight is called Fellowship of the Spear. And my Tolkien scholar friend, Josh Rubenstein, who hosts the Torn Book Club. No, he's not, but I'm not either. But we kind of enjoy rolling around in the mud with other Tolkien scholars.
I'm a dedicated fan.
We're just dedicated fans, but we do like to roll around in the pigsty with all the other cute little Tolkien piglets because we're happy Tolkien fans.
Oh, yeah.
We like to mix it up. We're going to shut down this live stream a half an hour early because we're going to be watching Legends of Tomorrow on the live stream. On the CW. And you know what? We're so happy to give Warner Brothers all of this free advertising.
Yeah.
It's just so exciting to be part of the free publicity machine. Good night. It looks like...
And if you can, watch the musical crossover of The Flash and Supergirl, because that's going to be fun,
that
too.
is going to be fun. It's 6 o'clock. We now say good night.
Good night.
Thank you for joining us
Take
on
care.
theonering.net. Oh,
Goodbye.
So awesome.
Goodbye.
Good night to Instagram. We only got 30 seconds remaining, right?
Okay. 30 seconds.
30 seconds remaining. This is where we get our final sign-off.
Okay.
This is Josh Rubenstein. You can follow him on Twitter at
Josh Rubenstein, JoshRubinstein.
Yeah, and you can follow me at QuickBeam2000. Good night, everybody. Go enjoy the CW's Legends of Tomorrow featuring Jack Turner.